Hey everyone, it's Tim. How are you? So I'm back in the car, but just so you know, my eyes are on the road, so I'm not going to be looking at the camera unless I'm at a stop sign and there's no one around. And then I can go, hey! All right. But this is the only time that I really have to make Facebook Live videos, and so I just want you to know that I am safe and focused on the road as I bring these golden nuggets to you. All right, so with that said then, I want to encourage you to create a joy list. What is that? Well, so many people are looking at trying to create these New Year resolutions, right? Or we want to accomplish our goals or dreams, and I always say, why? Right? Why are you trying to do that? What do you think you're going to get out of having a closer relationship with your spouse, or having more money in the bank, or having more free time, or losing weight? What do you think you're going to get from that? That's what you should be focusing on, right? Not the features that are going to get you the benefits. And too many people are focused on the features itself of what it's going to take. And that's a good way to lose motivation. So you want to have, as a friend of mine once said, you got to have a why that's so big it makes you cry, right? You got to know why instead of the what. You know, why do I want this instead of, you know, what do I got to do to get there? And again, most people are so focused on what they're trying to get away from and what they don't like and what they don't want and what they are unhappy about. And of course, what you focus on expands. So if you're only focused on what you're unhappy about, guess what you end up with more of? Right? And we don't want that. We want to make sure that we're focused on, well, what do I want? How do I want to feel? What are the emotions that I want to have more of? One of the things that you can also do is Google emotions, positive emotions. And then you'll get a giant list of maybe 50 positive emotions, and then go through it and circle the 10 that you want to experience more of in 2020. Because we tend to circle through or cycle through like 5 emotions. So we might feel, you know, hopeful, and then curious, and then frustrated, and then angry, and then, you know, I don't know, down, or everybody uses the word tired these days just to try to express how they're feeling, right? And discouraged, and then hopeful again, right? We go through that cycle where we're trying to be hopeful, and then we're curious how we're going to figure it out, and then it's really hard, so then we get bummed, and then we get depressed, and then we get frustrated, and then we get tired of feeling frustrated, so we start to get hopeful again. And we go through the same ones, the same emotions over and over and over. So what if you decided that you were going to, you know, this day or this week, you were going to focus on being ecstatic, right? Or you were going to focus on just laughter. This full day, all day, you were going to focus on laughter. As many funny things as you can think of, or as many experiences you can have that are going to help you laugh. Or maybe you're going to be in awe, or maybe you're going to be you know, filled with compassion, right? Today you're going to be enthusiastic, right? It could be today you're going to be zen, right? You're going to be totally blissed, and you know, whatever it may be for you. So think about the emotions that you want to experience more of, and then be intentional about, how am I going to create these feelings today? What most of us do is we try to accomplish these goals or these tasks, or because then we think we'll get those feelings, right? So if I just get the house clean, then I'll feel more relaxed. If I can just get this debt paid off, then I'll be happy. If I could just get along with my spouse, then I would feel more joyful, right? Well, instead of putting the feeling after the behavior, why don't we put the feeling before the behavior? Right? When you're using the law of attraction, like attracts like. So you want to start off with the feelings you want to have more of in your life. And so if you say, I'll be happy when, then you're not going to attract more happiness into your life, because, well, if you're going to be happy when this goal is achieved, I'll be happy when I lose 50 pounds. All right, well, how are you feeling right now? Well, right now I feel awful. Well, that's what you're going to have more of then. Right? If you feel awful, then you're going to attract more things to feel awful about, because that's where your awareness is. That's what you're focused on. And that's why they say when it rains, it pours. Okay, because whatever you're focused on, you tend to get more of it. So instead of saying I'll be, so if I am hired or by somebody to help them transform their health, or they invest in our prosperity health program, or they invest in or enroll in the 8-week live magical weight loss and inner peace coaching program. I'm taking a small group of people and I'm going to transform their life over the course of 2 months. That starts in February, so if you want to enroll in that, then leave a message below, or PM me, private message me, or send me an email at tim@timshurr.com, or call me at 317-502-5293. Call now. So if you're interested in that, let me know. But we're not going to focus on I'll be happy when. We're going to be focusing on I'm going to be happy right now. And then I'm going to take people through the process for how to do that, so that we create inner peace right now. We create extra happiness right now. And then what happens is you end up feeling happier. You attract more things to feel happy about, which then causes all kinds of natural motivation. And then all of a sudden things that seem like a struggle are now easy. And now all of a sudden you hated water and now you're loving water, or you hated eating vegetables and all of a sudden you like them, or you ate too much and you couldn't control your eating and you were a sugar addict and a chocoholic, and now all of a sudden you're not having cravings anymore, because those cravings were just a big emotional distraction. And now you don't have that. You don't need that emotional distraction because you're actually feeling joyful. And then guess what happens? You lose weight because you got rid of all this cortisol in your body, and you're filling yourself with endorphins and all these natural happy feel-good medicines, and you're filling your brain with natural dopamine and serotonin. And guess what? Now you don't need all these antidepressants. I mean, if that's something that you actually need medically, or your doctor told you, then that's totally fine. But most people actually do not need that. So you would have to consult with your physician. I'm saying all this stuff so that legally I'm safe and okay, right? But most people that are given a pill, it doesn't work for them because, it's not a physiological problem that they're having. Doctors give pills because that's what doctors give. So they should be writing scripts for massages and hypnosis, and then people would get a lot better. And because what we need can't be solved by a pill. What we need is to upgrade our beliefs. And so, all right, so before I go on that tangent, or I'm not going to go on that tangent about beliefs tonight, you can watch all my other videos where I'm talking about upgrading your beliefs. My point of this video today was to create happiness and joy now so that you can have more of it, so you can experience more of it. And so what I would like for you to do is get out a blank piece of paper and grab a pencil or a pen, and I want you to write the numbers 1 through 30 on this piece of paper. 1 through 30. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take some time. Excuse me. God bless me. Sorry about that. So, woo. So what you're going to do is you're going to write down as many activities as you can think of that would be so much fun for you to have. That would be so much fun for you to do. And I want you to imagine that there's money is no object, and you have all the time in the world. I want you to just write from an unlimited resourceful state of mind where you have unlimited potential, right? You live in this incredible abundant world and you have access to everything. I want you to start writing down, what would you love to experience? What would be fun for you, right? So I would write down things like going for bike rides with my family, or going to the movies, or watching movies at home, right? Or going on a vacation, or maybe going to London, or going to Italy, or Spain, or something like that. It could be I have a seminar a big convention that I'm going to, Funnel Hacking Live with Russell Brunson and the gang, at the end of January in Nashville, and I'm going to see a bunch of my friends there, and it's going to be so much fun. And Tony Robbins will be there, and so we'll be hanging out with Tony, and it's going to be awesome. So I'll write that down. And so there's lots of things you can do. I mean, you can go horseback riding, you can write a book, you can do a video, it's unlimited, the things that you could do, as long as it brings joy to you. right? It could be just getting out of the house and being around other humans. Because sometimes when we feel sad or we feel stressed or anxious, we tend to isolate. And then what happens is we end up lonely. And so then we are eating because we are feeling lonely. And so everybody tries to figure out, how do I stop overeating, and what's wrong with me, and what diet should I use, and what supplements should I take? And really, that's not the issue at all. The issue is you're lonely, right? And so you need some friends, you need some connection, you need some companionship. So what you do is you start by going to some meetups on Facebook group, or you go to a local class where there's other humans, or go to a bookstore and just hang out, right? And so you want to get around other people, and then through doing that you feel more connected, and then eventually you're going to make a friend, because that's just how it works. And so we want to make sure that we are creating a joy list. Instead of trying to just have a goals list, let's focus on having so much fun that we don't care if we're hitting our goals or not. I think the more fun you have, the more successful you become, and then you are filled with natural motivation, and that is the secret sauce that allows us to achieve our goals in a big way, right? That allows us to achieve our goals in a, not just achieve our goals, but achieve our biggest goals. That's what I'm trying to say. You know, that a lot of times people set the goals they think they can achieve. I want to set goals that I'm not sure I can. And, you know, shoot for the moon, and if you miss, you're still among the stars. I mean, it takes the same amount of energy to dream small as it does to dream big. So if you dream small and you hit it, who cares? If you dream big and you hit it, or you come really close to hitting it, that can change your whole life. That could be a complete game changer for you. And so aim high, you know, and dream big. And so create this joy list. And then once you write things down, I got a couple of ways that you can play with this. You can take the top 10, and then maybe the top 3, and then maybe the top 1, and then next to it say, all right, this is the first step towards making this happen. Which, if it's, you know, a simple goal to create joy, you know, I'm going to write someone a card and say, you know, and tell them how much I appreciate them or thank them for something, you know, for them being who they are, you know, a care card, as my friend Christopher would say. Then that's awesome. That makes you feel good. It's something you can do, and you just write in the calendar, I'm going to do it tomorrow morning. You know, easy peasy. So, oh my goodness, I think that's the second video in a row where I have said easy peasy. What, do I live in Indiana or something? So, the second thing that you can do with this is once a week, add a new joy activity to your list. So we start out with 30, and then once a week, which is easy to do, you add one thing to your joy list. Well, at the end of a year, that's 52 more items. So 52 plus 30 is 82. Wow, I'm amazing with math. So that would be 82 items that you could have on a joy list that you're actively, you know, participating in. And if you complete one of them, then maybe replace it with something else. Don't write it off the list, keep it there, but just add something else to replace it. Unless it was so good, then you can always do it again. But think about it. If you had 82 activities and you're actively going through them, how would that transform your life? What would that do for your level of joy in life? Think about it. And it doesn't have to be a joy list. It could be a relaxation list. It could be a spiritual list. It could be a financial abundance list. It could be a romantic relationship list, right? Think of 82 things that you could do that your partner loves that would create more romance or create more of a connection in your marriage or in your relationships. What kind of a positive impact would that have on your relationships if you were doing that? I mean, it is game-changing, right? Think about that. That is extraordinary, because we're being intentional and we're following through and we're gathering it all in one place. You know, people think that they have to go through all this hard work and it's going to take so long and they got to do all this stuff and I don't have time or energy or money or, you know, the momentum or the drive, and that's all a bunch of baloney. That's just our fear talking. It can be simple and easy and fun and free and energizing. So I want you to think about what list. I encourage you to create a joy list, because having joy will help you feel relaxed, and it will put you in a good mood that will make you want to add those deposits in your relationship or do other random acts of kindness because you're in a good mood, because you're feeling happy and confident. And so I really encourage you to make sure that you are taking time, I'll come around, to make sure that you are taking time to create that list, to follow through on it, and then start engaging in those activities. All right, so I have arrived at my destination. Thanks so much. Hi, Anna. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. I appreciate you. Make sure you create your joy list and then tell me about it. And then let me know as you go through these activities what happens. All right? So thanks so much. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.